Steve here. And I work with a guide and a group of his friends, my friends too, but I basically have interaction with the one who is Arlen, goes by Arlen. And so I asked Arlen to pick the tarot card for today that would be of the highest good for the world, the consciousness of the world which you're a part of. So yesterday was kind of an amazing day, another kind of amazing day. And I pulled the Eon or Judgment card, which is the Major Arcana 20. Just about like the waking up is basically, it's about waking up. But I had asked the Universe card to pull the cards for me, so it pulled the 20 card. And then, of course, for the 5th or 6th time in a row, pulled the Universe card. So I decided today not to ask the Universe for the card, because I think I'd gotten the Universe card 5 or 6 times in a row. Every time I asked the Universe to pick the card, it picked its own card, which makes sense, because it's a powerful card. But the Universe is just, well, the Universe is full of itself, really, when you think about it. I mean, the universe is everything. So it's hard not to be full of yourself when you are everything. But according to the Mayan calendar reading today, we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. So as we awaken to the fact that we are everything, just like the universe. I don't know what it means. I just think it's interesting to think, to kind of tune into these things. But when I keep getting the Universe card, it means something. But I asked Arlen to just avoid the Universe card for one day. I asked Arlen to assist me to pick the card. And so as I spread the deck out, this one card popped up. And then this other card popped up underneath it. I want to get this right, because let's do it this way. So let's see. One card, it's hard to get your angles right. So anyway, one card was popping up, and this other card kept popping up underneath it like this. No, me. And I should have looked at what this card was, but I didn't. I went for this card that was grabbing my attention, saying me. So I picked that card, and it was a High Priestess card. So we'll be going into that in a moment. If you're watching these videos, you'll know to state out loud, so I'm going to go through it quickly. I connect to my deep self, I connect to my higher self, I connect to my highest self. I ground myself to the healing center of the earth, I open myself to the healing power of the One. I release anything that's not useful to me now, and I choose to work with the 7th dimensional beings, the Hathors. So you just state those things, and then I just say that there's a healing field open. I ask that we be placed in a field of protection while we do the work. I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good to release and integrate at this time. I invite all souls affected by this event to return to the event to release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. I ask that they be placed in a field of protection while they do the work. Upon arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate all energies of the event gently and easily, fully and completely on all levels and through all space and time. At some point, the people following will just know that whole thing, and they can just do it themselves. Maybe they'll do it before they watch the video. But anyway, I don't mind. I don't mind doing it because I feel like things open up every time I say those words. So this is the card we got. So we got a healing field open. So you're feeling some things. You're releasing and integrating some event from the past, either yours or another lifetime of yours, or an ancestor of yours, or just a collective trauma that affects you. Whatever it was, we're back at it. We're releasing and integrating it. And so we got the High Priestess as our card for today. So I'm going to give you the words that will support you in making changes, because I'll just tell you, healing is change. And if you're making changes, you're healing. Maybe not if you're increasing the amount of alcohol you're consuming. Maybe that change isn't necessarily healing, but who knows? Who am I to judge? Who am I to even think that I know what's useful for anyone else except the High Priestess card? Getting the High Priestess card may be very useful for you today. And the High Priestess card is related to the moon, which is also one of the tarot cards, is the moon card. Then there's the star card and universe card and eons and eons. But the moon is about, so this is, take this in today, because this is the card for today. If you're listening, this is your card. It's the moon card. It's about cycles, wildness, emotions, and embodiment. And if there's a word I feel is the most important word in the English language, it is embodiment. Because when you embody something, you own it. If you mentally construct an idea about it, that's not ownership, that's shopping. Oh, I like that concept. Maybe I'll take that on. Oh, let me think about it for a while. I'll take it home, try it on, maybe take it back to the store. That's not embodiment. Embodiment is when you buy it, you wear it. It took me a long time to realize it, so I don't mind being a little bit like full of myself because I've embodied one or two of the things instead of just thinking I understood them because I understood the concept. There's a whole nother embodiment is it. Embodiment is the deal. And then the High Priestess is Major Arcana 2, and the number 2 has to do with sensitivity, intuition, psychic wisdom, choice, awareness, and duality, or polarity. The world is full of polarity, positive and negative, black and white, rich and poor. These are like kind of the polarity. And polarization is, no, you did it. No, you did it. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. That's different than polarity. That's polarization. Trying to find somebody to blame. Duality is, how can we work with this together? How can we have our energies blend and match? And I realize you are me and I am you. That's the duality. That's the polarity. That's the relationship of energy. So the key words of the High Priestess are crossroads. Doesn't it feel like you're at a crossroads? Stillness. Boy, I've been appreciating stillness. Inner wisdom. Stepping back from movement. Trust in the self. Awareness. Personal magic. Intuition. Deliberation. Thoughtful decision making. Mystery. Choices. Checking in with the self. Psychic power, balance and receptivity, So the words, those are the key words, but the words in the paragraph about the high priestess are, a sense of calm washes over us. After the blaze of magic and possibility that set us aflame, after opening our eyes wide to take in all of the options before us, now is a time of gentle reflection, of deep awareness, of checking in with the self. Our skin cools, our breathing slows. We hear water lapping at a distant shore, and feel the gentle kiss of wind ruffling our hair. And the kitty chewing on the side of the hassock that you might have seen in the photograph. The potential that crackles at our fingertips, Jules, the tricolored cat. The potential that crackles at our fingertips is ours to wield, but there's no rush, no timeline. She's scratching her cheek on the side of the computer. Big yawn. I think she's ready for lunch or another late breakfast. No, lunch. Okay. My apologies. The potential that crackles at our fingertips is ours to wield, but there's no rush, no timeline, no one who can force our hand, because today is a blue hand day of healing. Instead, this is a chance to observe, to be still, to heed the wisdom and experience and intuitive wonder that settle within us. When we embrace our unique brand of magic, when we rely on our mind and spirit to guide us, when we step away from the rush of the world and listen only to the steady beating of our hearts, certainty becomes easier to imagine, to feel, to grasp. As we prepare to take our first steps towards our future, what feels important to remember, to hold fast to. As we acknowledge all that we do not know, which truths offer us comfort, sovereignty, assurance. This period of questioning, this time of checking with the self, this stillness that makes space for contemplation, is an essential and extraordinary part of the evolutionary process. Mystery is balanced with serenity. Trust in the self is affirmed. And a rich sense of personal magic and wisdom is celebrated as we commit to the future we have glimpsed. We step into the grounded, thoughtful, self-assured energy of the High Priestess. I'm very grateful to this woman, or non-binary, I'm not sure. Let's see. Meg Jones Wall, this is on the back of her book, is a queer, chronically ill, Brooklyn-based tarot reader, writer, photographer, and creative of 3am.tarot. A columnist and editor for Autostraddle, and a regular contributor to Astrology Answers. Meg's work has also appeared in Wired, Catapult Magazine, Luna Luna, Witchology, and more. Finding the Fool is her first book, and so far is the best book on tarot. And one of my commenters said she had just bought the book, and if I'm helping Meg Jones Wall to sell more books, I'm helping change the world because her words are so good. And I spent 7 years studying neuro-linguistic programming, which is the study of how language affects our nerve system. It was frozen for a moment. How linguistics or language, how words, spelling, affects our nerve system, affects our behaviors. Okay, that's the tarot reading, and we also set up a healing field, so now we're going to complete the field. So I asked the higher self to assist all the souls that returned to the event, to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event, and bring that combined soul back into the body in present time. I bring it through the crown chakra, with all of its wisdom, power, and clarity, compassion, creativity, and kindness. And then bring that combined soul in, ground it into the healing center of the earth, and open up the portal for the delivery of the new energies into the earth at this time. And I ask all the beings to bring in the new energies into the earth, to ground those new energies. And I let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that is good. Okay. Hope this serves you well. And now must change.